Workshop Knockout Street Fight match scheduled for one fall. Introducing the participants first. From Minneapolis, Minnesota, OPP!
All right, Mike, my folks left a lot of this out when I was a kid. So Santa, Shrek, Santa, Spider-Man uses his web to get the gifts down to the tree, and only right now, Eric Young and Kurt Angle are in on this whole secret.
Anything's possible, Don, in the mind of Eric Young, and you saw earlier tonight at that Christmas party, the stage was set for this first ever Santa's Workshop Street Fight featuring 9 TNA knockouts.
From Congo Square in New Orleans, Louisiana, Roxxi, Laveaux!
And here comes the Voodoo Queen, complete with, what is this, a Christmas voodoo doll?
Yeah, it looks like a little Frosty the Snowman with all kinds of pins on it. Man, she creeps me out.
Remember that premonition about Feast or Fired? It didn't turn out too well for her team, BKM. Problems between BG and Kip James. BG's not even sure that Kip's going to be his partner for the tag title shot in the future.
The next participant is the Pride of Tennessee, Miss Jackie Moore.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to remind you, still to come on this holiday-inspired edition of Thursday Night Impact, it will be a 4-way, silent night, bloody night match with Black Rain, Abyss, Shark Boy, and Relic, featuring a Christmas tree wrapped in barbed wire and Christmas packages that contain weapons. Plus also tonight, AJ Styles faces Kaz in a ladder match where the object is to take down the reindeer. The loser of the match must wear the reindeer suit.
Well, we've seen AJ Styles in matches like that before, but you look right now, all of the TNA knockouts coming in a festive mood. All of them have their own little Christmas cheer that they're wearing.
From Los Angeles, California, Christy Hemme.
Earlier tonight, Christy Hemme was run out of the impact zone by that member of the Latino Nation. You wonder, can she keep her focus, or is she gonna look over her shoulder?
The next participant from Wall Street in Manhattan, New York, Ms. Brooks.
Earlier tonight, Ms. Brooks joined Robert Roode at ringside for the Six Sides of Steel Christmas Chaos match. Now, she must have her attention on 8 opponents in a no disqualification match where anything goes, and who knows what objects will come into play, courtesy of the wooden toy box.
Ladies and gentlemen, residing in Japan, she stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighs 272 3/8 pounds. She is Awesome Kong!
For 3 months, Awesome Kong has been an unstoppable force. A force intent on one woman and one thing, Gail Kim and Gail's TNA Knockout Championship. How limited is Kong's tunnel vision? It's reached the point where every time we've seen her, she's staring at that Gail Kim 8x10 photo. Tonight, no photo required. Kong gets a chance to see the real thing because Gail Kim is one of the 9 competitors.
The next participants first from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Angelina Love, and from the Big Apple, Velvet Sky.
Well, even though they have tag teamed together in the past, Angelina Love and Velvet Sky, they're on their own tonight. It's every knockout for herself, but one would think they might have an edge if they can work together against the opposition. Well, check this out. Here comes the outspoken Samoa Joe. He's just arrived at the impact zone. Will the holiday season change his attitude? We'll find out later tonight on Thursday Night Impact.
Well, look at his face. There's one thing you can tell. He's upset. Probably just found out that Christian Cage is going to be taking on Kurt Angle at Final Resolution. As we see him get into the ring, I understand the cameramen drew straws to see who could get the shot of Velvet Sky.
Don't go anywhere. When we return, the introduction of Gail Kim and the Knockout Street Fight. We're back on Impact, and now the introduction of the TNA Knockout Champion.
And the final participant from Tampa, Florida, the TNA Women's Knockout Champion,
And here comes the proud knockout champion, Gail Kim, directly to the ring.
Wow!
And check this out. We talked about Awesome Kong having tunnel vision. Same story for Gail Kim as she charged right at Kong, and Kong sends her out to the floor.
I gotta give credit to Gail Kim. She shows no fear. She goes right after Awesome Kong, and Awesome Kong took her and put her right on the ramp. Oh, is it now? Mayhem has ensued here in the middle of the ring as they're grabbing for weapons, but look at Kong. Oh, what a chop on Gail Kim.
Awesome Kong and Gail Kim, they went right by the broadcast position, and you see there, Gail Kim able to sidestep Kong, put her face first into the ramp, and Gail Kim fights back, caught her with the boot, and then an elbow as she came down off the ramp.
She's fearless. I think she learned something in that last title match. You've got to just go after her, but Awesome Kong so strong, and now Awesome Kong's got her by the neck and takes her out of the impact zone.
The battle continues in the Santa's Workshop knockout street fight. That now pairs down the field, Don, to 7 competitors in the 6-sided ring as Gail Kim and Kong have fought to the back.
Well, if we get any information on those two, we'll give it to you as soon as we can. As you see, Miss Jackie Moore just blast somebody with a boot, and now a shot on Roxxi Laveaux. And wait a minute, Angelina Love just got stuck underneath the toy box as ODB stares at it and now gets on top.
Like the queen of the mountain, ODB up on top of that wooden toy box. And they charges off with a fist press of all things on Roxxi Laveaux.
You can see Velvet Sky gonna go over there and try to get Angelina Love out, but over on the other, just so much action as you see Miss Brooks putting the knees to Christy Hemme. One shot after another, and look at Jackie Moore.
When we talked about Angelina Love and Velvet Sky working as a team, they've got that wooden toy box, and they just took it and rammed it right into the backside of ODB.
Oh, they just smashed ODB and knocked her out of the ring. You mentioned it, Mike, the teamwork. And now we're down to 5-6 in the ring as everybody's pairing up as you see Velvet Sky go after Miss Brooks. Little spank action going on.
Little spank action going on.
Gotta call him like I see him, Mike.
Well, who are you, John Madden?
Yeah, let me get my telestrator out. Oh, wait a minute, here comes Awesome Kong.
And whatever happened to Gail Kim? That's a question as Awesome Kong heads back towards the 6-sided ring.
As soon as we can find out what happened to Gail Kim, we'll let you know as Awesome Kong making her way, but look at her, she's walking slow. Obviously, Gail Kim inflicted some damage.
Action continues, the other 7 battling inside the ring, and Don, you can see that several of the competitors now have noticed that Awesome Kong is headed back home.
Well, you could just see the looks in their eyes. They just get hesitant. They try to make sure they have the most distance from Awesome Kong, hoping that she won't target them. I mean, literally, you can see the fear in their faces as Awesome Kong now discovered. Look at this! Velvet Sky, Angelina Love decide to go on the offensive, and she just shakes them off like a couple rag dolls.
Yeah, no success with the double team. Double team again from the Pride of Tennessee, Jackie Moore and Ms. Brooks, who get leveled with the double clothesline from Awesome Kong.
And now you can see Roxxi Laveaux hoping to put a little voodoo spell, a little curse maybe. Oh, she just spun around and levels her with the back of the right.
That spinning back fist. Yeah, you're going to need more than voodoo to stop that, Roxxi Laveaux. Christy Hemme, hold on for dear life, girl.
Oh, you can hear her screaming. She has so much fear, and now she grabs her by the hair. Let's face it, Christy Hemme has been in this place before. Awesome Kong takes her up. Oh, what a sit-out powerbomb.
Awesome Bomb leads to the 3 count.
Here is your winner, Awesome Kong.
The winner of the first ever Santa's Workshop Knockout Street Fight is Awesome Kong. 6'1", 272 and 3/8 pounds of an unstoppable force. And here comes the knockout champ. Here comes Gail Kim back in. She brought a steel chair, but Awesome Kong has cut her off already. Here comes another Awesome Bomb.
Nice kick by Gail Kim, and she was able to catch her in the face. She came in holding the back of her neck, carrying that chair, slides under, it's got the chair. Wow! Just waffles her in the back, waffles her again. What a shot.
Look out! Oh, man!
God, what a thud.
Did you hear that? go throughout the impact zone. The steel chair shot, the follow-up series of right hands, and Kong is fighting back.
Awesome Kong able to shake it off, and you can see it's just turned into a brawl as security comes in, trying to protect both of them at this point, pulling Gail Kim back, but it's amazing how fearless the TNA Knockout Champion is as she goes after him. Look at Kong saying, bring it on.
And at the same time, how do you shake off steel chair shots like that?
Well, you're awesome Kong for one thing, and Gail Kim, you could just hear screaming. And
here she goes!
Oh, she goes right after it, and Gail Kim wasn't able to defend herself.
Right, Gail Kim restrained by TNA security, enabling Awesome Kong to get right back on her, and security again tries to separate them.
You can see Gail Kim doesn't want to quit. She just feels like it's in her nature. She's got to go after her, but they are holding her back and won't let her in.
TNA management, we're begging you. We've got to see Gail Kim against Awesome Kong.